Alright, so, silver lining to today's Robot Master. There's only one Robot Master based on anything, North American, and instead of being a United States Robot Master, it's a native one, so... Hey, that's almost good, except it's our second caricature Robot Master of the game. Anyway, before Tomahawk Man's stage, Blizzard Attack. It's pretty good. I kinda like its firing range. Unfortunately, its efficiency isn't the best, so if you use it too much, then you will quickly run out of energy, but it's good for large groups of enemies. Decently powerful, usually, as far as I can tell. So, one thing I can't complain about in Tomahawk Man's stage is the music. This is a really good song, and honestly, probably my favorite one in the game? I have a lot of favorites, but this is definitely the most memorable to me personally. Like, I don't know why, but it is probably the one I think of most from Mega Man 6. It is the easiest to recall. The rest of the stage is eh. Of course, it has the usual thing going for it, a little bit of nature, a little bit of technology, but I don't know. I don't find the actual aesthetic, like, super interesting. The backgrounds are pretty good, though, I will give them that. And then in terms of actual level design, it's kinda forgettable. Like, I just watched this for a recap, and I don't remember any of the challenges in this one, but I do remember the sunset. God, I do love when they just change up the backgrounds. Like, I think that's consistently been the thing I like most typically. Just actual progression of time in a stage. You know, obviously they don't show it on screen, they have you transition between outdoor sections and indoor sections, and by the time you go back outside, time has passed, but it is such a cool effect for the NES, and is definitely my favorite part of this. But, yeah, otherwise, mini-boss here is just a me-tool dispenser. It is very easy. You attack it, you attack the me-tool. There you go, that's your strategy. I do like the top right me-tools, though. Those are some good sprites. But, yeah, anyway, I guess we'll go over the other caricature Robot Master. Just in general, it sucks that two Robot Masters make this game go from, hey, it's got some pretty good Robot Master designs, to, it's the one with these two. Because they are just such bad stereotypes that it really kind of drags the boss design down, and hey, Proto Man, aren't you supposed to be in space? Oh well, we get the energy balancer, which means if we're just using the roll buster, any energy we collect will actually be collected by whatever weapon has the least amount of energy. No need to switch to it. Very helpful. But yeah, it's unfortunate because the Robot Masters that are good are actually pretty rad. Like, I like the two armor-based Robot Masters. They're kinda, you know, they were made by history nerds. Centaur Man was made by a mythology nerd, but then you just have, Flame Man and Tomahawk Man, who are just the stereotypes. You have seen this caricature before. He's got a headdress and a tomahawk, woo. Anyway, Tomahawk Man isn't one of the worst bosses in the game. Pattern-wise, he's fairly active. However, he's kind of repetitive. He can throw his tomahawk and he can just shoot headdress feathers at you. You kind of just dodge them both the same way, though. Stay close to him when he does something other than jump. Just jump and get a little bit closer to him, and you're good. That's the fight. At the very least, it's not as boring as some of the other ones, though, so props to that. But yeah, in this game, where they had fan-submitted Robot Masters, it's a shame that there are just two of them they went with that were just not at all interesting. Again, Mega Man 6 would have been benefited greatly by coming out today, where if there's a native-based Robot Master, there's a better chance it might come from a native person. Not 100% chance, but whatever. Anyway, pun. Well, the episode's over, but I'm kinda just gonna keep going. I mean, it's really kinda hard to make a pun out of Tomahawk. It always sounds so forced, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do with Tomahawk? I asked him a question and he vanished in a second. There you go. The joke is I actually had that one prepared before I started the episode, but it was such a boring pun that I just stuck this joke at the end of it as well.